Welcome to the Moose Knuckle Lounge, where the drinks are cheap, the music's loud, and the knuckles always tight. Now, here at the Moose Knuckle, we've got homebrew straight out of Jamina Babina's bathtub, a pool table that ain't been level since 1992, and wings so greasy you think you got Lil Bree's hair in your mouth.
Jimmy Bobby, that ain't nice.
Well, hell now, it's still cleaner than Gypsy Rose's house. Come on down and slide into the busiest moose knuckle in town. The Moose Knuckle Lounge, where we stay tight all night.
Good morning, guys. How you doing? Yeah, how you doing? This is Issues with Toddy. One skip, I am, and you are not. Guys, this is clapback 2. Ryan Anderson making a fool out of himself on his interview. At least his interview, somebody's actually interviewing him. Not like Gypsy, who has these self-important interviews by herself and her self-importance. We can keep going with that. Do you want? She has interviews with herself because she's self-important, but she's the one interviewing herself. Her self-important self is interviewing her self-important self. Ryan at least actually has somebody there asking him questions, and he's reveling in this, man. He loves to talk about Gypsy. He does. He's living in his cuddle puddle of make-believe. So let's just continue onward. Let's go onward.
Did you ever watch it and think, okay, this is somebody that obviously so abused by her mother, mentally, physically, the whole thing, right? But did you didn't have
Did you think at any point in time, Mr. Anderson, that she would be the one ABUSC you? That she would be ABUSC ING you? I just want to know. Tell me, Mr. Anderson, seriously, do you still believe that crock of shit? Let's go on.
any hesitancy, like, God, this is somebody that, helped orchestrate.
Like, let me share a bed and some KNIVESs with her. Let's just, what the hell? Just throw shit to the wind. What the hell? Russian roulette here.
The killing of her mother. Like, was there any of that, or you didn't feel that?
Never once at all thought that I needed to sleep with one eye open.
Well, I mean, when I sent the letter, like I said, I didn't think anything would come of it. All right. And then I remember.
But in my mind, I was dreaming we'd be eating breakfast together, but it'd only be cereal. Why? Because you can only use a spoon. I think she could do some damage with a spoon. You heard what she did with toothbrushes and bananas. How are the bananas in your house? Did she ask for extra bananas? Can I get some banana on my cornflakes and an extra banana and an extra banana? Pexy! Pex! Put that banana down.
When we started emailing and talking and I started to develop a friendship with her, I remember there was one point where I was like, am I really falling in love with this girl? Like, I had a moment. I remember writing it on a note.
Oh my gosh, am I really falling for her? I should stop. Stop in the name of love. But not Ryan. Ryan went forward with a mommy, MURDERER.
Notepad. Like, am I really falling in love with somebody who did something to their mother? Like, I remember writing a post-it note, slamming it on my computer.
So you admit she did do something to her mother, and it wasn't just, good night, mommy. That wasn't it. It was after 2 years of hounding an autistic man. Yeah, that she just didn't do something to her mom. She was the co-conspirator at the very least, the mastermind at the very least, to unalive her mom. And you know that. So just say it. She just didn't do something to her. She didn't trip over her mom. She didn't buy her mom a vase. No. She unalived her. Say those words, Ryan. Haven't you said them yet?
A picture of that as well, because I remember like taking a picture and be like, is this really happening to me?
Yeah.
And I remember showing it to Emily. I was like, is this really like happening? And she's like, I don't know, is it? And I was like, it kind of is. I'm kind of falling a little bit for her.
Yeah, I feel bad for Emily. Emily, Toddy1skip@gmail.com. Come and talk to me, please. Oh, please.
Because, we emailed for like a week straight, and then I set up my phone.
And then I was in love. We wrote together for a week, and I was in love. Hey, I fell in love at first sight. But that shit ain't real until you start building on it. Otherwise, it's just your infatuation. Running away with you.
And then I remember she called me on May 4th.
May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Because we always talked about it Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Like, it just was like one of our anniversaries.
One of the anniversaries. There's so many anniversaries in our little 2-year marriage.
Yeah.
I remember it vividly. And I remember she called me and then she called me right back. Like, it was like 15-minute intervals. And she used another prisoner's code. So she called me and then she called me right back. We talked for 30 minutes.
Now, this shit pisses me off. So, guys, we pay taxes and we're struggling in this world. And there are criminals, people that unalive people too. So, not just, the little bitty criminals, but real criminals that are in there because they've done awful things. And what they're doing is they are able to talk in bullshit for hours and hours and hours. It was never like that. There was because you know why? You didn't have tablets and you had more employees. So you had more COs, you had more deputies. Now, just to keep the fucking inmates busy, they will let them just sit there and fucking veg out, and they feed them and they give them a place to sleep. That shit actually, all jokes aside, that shit pisses me off. Like, what the fuck?
Afterwards. And I remember hanging up and going to talk to my nephew, but like, I just had a great conversation with Gypsy.
Now, remember, his nephew, Ryan considered him, Ryan, a mentor, a father figure to his nephew. Helped raise his nephew, I believe, right? With his mom, with Ryan's mom, right? So, guys, this is who he's talking to. This isn't good. This right here tells me he probably shouldn't have been working with young children. No, maybe college, maybe adult ed at night, but not young children, because you didn't even know enough to keep this to yourself. This is something you don't share with a child. Your love affair isn't something you share with a child. That's something you keep private, especially when they are a fucking child. I can understand, like, if I had a conversation with a niece or nephew now, they're fucking in their 30s. Like, you know what I mean? But this was a child. It would be like me having conversations with it's children. It's inappropriate, Ryan. I think it's inappropriate.
And he was young. He was like, okay, that's great.
He was young. See what I'm saying?
And I'm like, no, you don't understand who this girl is. And
yeah, who is she? Who is she? Uncle Ryan? Uncle Ryan. Well, you know what? She masterminded this plan. It took her 2 years. And she had some autistic man, unfortunately. After lying to him and all that bullshit for 2 years, she went and stole a knife, sent it to him. Oh, no, she didn't send it to him. She sent it to the house after the unaliving. Yeah, so I guess if I was really to think about it, nephew, what she did was she unalived her mom and set somebody else up to take the fall. That's who I fell in love with. Boom! Drop the mic right there. Guys, I'm serious. I'm serious. That's where I'm going to drop the mic. I am going to do another one because I didn't expect this one to be so short. But this is profound. Right here is something that's really important. That's what happened. And he's telling his nephew, a young kid, a very young, he's saying a young, impressionable kid. But Ryan was also a special ed teacher who is also talking about Gypsy to his students, remember? Because that's how he got in trouble at one of his jobs. I don't understand this. People need, it's like his dad, like Gypsy's dad. You know what I mean? Gypsy's dad was inappropriate, having Gypsy with the secrets that he was sharing about his infidelity. And I mean, that was wrong. Go talk to a fucking friend. You are on boats with people that you work with. Do they not like you? I mean, converse with them. Here, Ryan, you said you have friends. I mean, why don't you talk to friends? I think Ryan was talking to everybody because he made Gypsy a celebrity, somebody famous in his mind. This is the way he sees her, right? This is the way he sees her. And this is what he's telling his nephew. And you tell me that's okay? All right, guys. Well, I want these clapbacks to be funny, but I hit something here and I'm like, yeah, this isn't funny. So we're going to stop it here and I'm going to do another one. But tell me what you think, guys. Are we on side here? Am I saying something wrong? Do you think it's inappropriate? Do you think it's appropriate? This is Issues with Toddy. One skip I am. You're not. It is Thursday, which I called yesterday Thursday. So today is really, really Thursday, October 16th. And it's 5:55 a.m. Somebody's thinking of you. Somebody loves you. Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. I thank you. I'm thinking of you. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Be good. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Thank you so much.